Well, fine. This is for class 5, the fifth class, and I'd like to leave you something about the Irish question, which is still open actually. It ended in this century, or was it last century? Well, Sinn Féin was very active until last century. I remember when I was 20, or even when I was at school, the bombing of Ireland. Maybe you don't. Well, of course you don't, because you are very young. But it was a very important question. So the problem was that during the 1910s, the British government had promised Ireland to be free, to give them a home rule, so to let them have a parliament and be independent. But at the beginning of the century, the war started, First World War First, and so it was not possible. And they tried to have as many as people they could, soldiers, not just people, as many as soldiers as they could. So the Great War postponed all the other problems, and even the problem of Ireland. That caused an outbreak, a strong outbreak of passions. And the forming of what was the independent party of Sinn Féin. This was not just a party, it is a British, they are British words to say we alone, just we alone, we want to govern ourselves by ourselves, Sinn Féin. But they became a violent party. They became really violent, and they in fact caused a lot of problems in the even at the time of Thatcher, and they staged Easter, what was the Easter Rising in 1916, Easter Rising in Dublin. The Easter Rising it says, the rebels took control of some of the central buildings in the capital, and they proclaimed that it was independent. Obviously, it caused a conflict, and the army, the British army, assaulted them and declared that it was not possible, and they were pushed away. They were there was a bloody, it is remembered as the Bloody Monday. Sunday Bloody Monday is also as a famous song by the U2. Sunday Bloody, and then there is, because it was very bloody movement, and they continued for 50 years at least to have attempts and bombing movements in Dublin and in London and in many parts of Ireland and England, until in the end, Ireland was divided, and we have now Eire, which is Ireland. We have Ireland, the Republic of Ireland, and we have up north in the eastern part of Ireland, we have the Ulster, and Ulster is linked to Great Britain. It is part of the five parts which compose Great Britain. But in Ulster, however, they continued for some time to have fights just because of the different religion which was present and is present in the country, because part of them are Catholic, very strictly Catholic, and the others are not. They are linked to Britain, and so they are Anglican. And in Ulster, so Ulster had to face a lot of troubles and very bad moments until peace was faced, but not long ago. Maybe you were already born, you know, because it was maybe 20 years ago or less, but the capital city in Belfast chose to remain part of the United Kingdom. Ulster chose to remain part of the United Kingdom, and we have so two flags for Ireland, two governments in Ireland, because one is Ireland, Ireland, and the other one, part up north with Ulster, is a part is just a single hand belonging to United Kingdom. It's one part of United Kingdom.